Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey, and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather portal. In-depth forecast analysis video discussion. We're going to talk about the rest of the afternoon into tonight and the week ahead right here on live right now for you. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith on this Sunday afternoon, the 8th of December, 2019. Here's a look at the temperatures as of about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We had temperatures in the 20s and 30s here. It was a cold day across most of the Northeast and especially here, even in the Ohio River Valley area, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Louisville. But today is a different story. Today's temperatures have risen into the 40s and 50s and lower 60s here south of Louisville and down towards Nashville and Knoxville. Temperatures have also climbed a little bit further here into the 30s and 40s across the northern mid-Atlantic states here in New York City and Philadelphia proper, even the mid-40s, but it still feels rather chilly outside. And the reason is because the winds have all backed around now to the southwest this afternoon as high pressure is off the coast. And the winds are starting to increase with some gust here, getting into the 30s as we approach Pennsylvania here, and then even further into the 30s as we get closer towards the Great Lakes and Indianapolis and Chicago, down through Louisville and Nashville here. And this is all associated with a storm system that is heading in our direction. And the moisture feed from this and the winds are going to increase during the next 24 hours. Okay, we're going to start out with the water vapor loop at the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is the water vapor content, and look at this stream of moisture coming in from off the California coast here, well out into the Pacific here, and more energy diving in through the northwestern United States as well. But look at this plume of moisture here that's feeding over the top of the ridge here, and lowering and thickening clouds are already going to be evident. This is just a channel of water vapor here. If we went into the mid-levels of the atmosphere, which we're going to do right now, this will show up. This is a better depiction of the stream of water vapor available for our moderate to heavy rain event coming in waves tomorrow night, and Tuesday. Here's high pressure and dry air off to the southeast now, and that is moving out as this plume of moisture begins to move in. Okay, we're going to take a look at the satellite imagery here. This is the visible red band here, and you can already see the cold air that's evacuating the east coast, and here comes the plume of clouds developing here with the rain that's going to start out in this area, and then this rain off the south and off the Carolina coast here is going to spread northward, and this rainfall now infiltrating in through the Midwest, and with a connection here all the way into Baja is really going to tell the tale. If we pull this out here and stop it, we can see all the way at the end here, the skies, the satellite it's becoming darker here as the reason because we're losing daylight in this area of the country, and still lots of light here on the west coast. So what we can tell is that moisture is increasing off the Carolinas here, and this rain will be heading in our direction, both from off the ocean and from here. Okay, looking at the Doppler mosaic here, over the last couple of hours, we can see the feed of moisture beginning here over the Carolinas as the winds have backed around from off the ocean around the high pressure ridge, and here comes this area of rain that's developing. Some of the other National Weather Service sites here out here are not showing anything just yet. These are individual sites, but we've got a plume of moisture and a lot of action coming in here. There's going to be some moderate to heavy snow here. We've got some lightning strikes in this area here, so that's showing up too. And so there's a lot of feed of moisture into this area of the country, and still a very active area to the north. But we're going to focus here on the northern mid-Atlantic, our region, tonight. And brand spanking new right off the press here is the latest HRR model, high resolution rapid refresh. Just came in about an hour or so ago. And this is taking us out into very early Tuesday morning, just after midnight. And this is what we want to focus on. We can see the returns here coming in from off the Carolina coast. So we know that Richmond's going to get in on the rain. Virginia Beach is going to get on the rain. Washington, D.C. as we head into early tomorrow morning, about 2, 3 o'clock. Some of the lighter rain also getting into New York City and portions of central and southern New Jersey. And it's just going to quickly overspread the region as we move through in time here. Looks like tomorrow morning's commute not so good. If you're around Philadelphia down through Washington, D.C. and the lower portions of New Jersey into Delaware, it looks like moderate to at least moderate rain will be falling even in and around the city tomorrow morning. And of course, by 7 o'clock in the morning, the rain has now spread into Philadelphia and offshore Jersey, so could be a little bit of a wet commute tomorrow morning. You've got additional rain here filling in across Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Columbus, and all of that will be heading in our direction as this wave of low pressure heads in towards the Great Lakes and the frontal boundary moves into the region. Now, throughout the rest of the day, we're going to see a break in the action a little bit by noontime here. It does look like there will be somewhat of a break in discontinuity between one system and the main system out to the west. But that is short-lived because that will be filling in again. And here comes leftover vestiges of that rain spreading now through Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Toronto. And that rain just continues to march through western and central New Jersey and especially eastern Pennsylvania. Look for some moderate to heavy rain on the east ends of Long Island, the New Haven, Connecticut area up towards Boston tomorrow afternoon as well. And the rain continues. It's just going to get heavier as the afternoon progresses tomorrow in waves and punches here across the region, especially in portions of Connecticut, near New Haven, and portions north up towards Boston. Even in northern New Jersey here, we've got pockets of moderate to heavy rain filling in across the region, and the rain is just going to continue right through tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening's commute, not good. From Boston all the way down to, let's say, Delaware, not good. And then things are just going to continue to slowly progress here because as of Tuesday night, Tuesday morning, we have a stalled out frontal boundary and waves of low pressure riding along it. So the rain continues on Tuesday night, and it could still be moderate to heavy in portions of New Haven back towards eastern Long Island. And of course down through northern and central and southern New Jersey, back through Philadelphia as well. So waves of different variations of rainfall through the morning here on Tuesday are going to be anticipated and expected. Okay, when we take a look at the water vapor, available water vapor, or precipitable water, here's where things get interesting. Over an inch and a half, 1.6, anything over 1.5 inches here, this is an indication in water vapor that everything is going to get quite wet. And we see this even by Tuesday morning where all the greens here, especially the brighter color greens, are approaching 1.6 inch maximums here in the precipitable water. Now, precipitable water is not the actual water that is reaching the ground. This is the availability of the water content along this area because the air masses are so discontinuous. Here, look at how dry it is becoming in Chicago and Detroit on Monday night and Tuesday morning here. And all the wetness is stuck here along the frontal boundary, so that's where it's going to be raining. From Portland to Boston to New Haven, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., this corridor here has the greatest chance of some moderate to heavy downpours. Okay, this here is the bulk shear and precipitation rate in inches per hour. So right now, we're not going to see anything until later tonight and tomorrow morning. Light echoes developing around the region after midnight tonight. And then as we get into Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Virginia Beach, that area is going to increase with some moderate rain, maybe up to a tenth of an inch or so. And as we go through the forecast, it's just going to continue to get heavier and heavier, especially when we get the break Monday afternoon, and then all that rain begins to fill in again. Look at these rates here. I think we're getting into New Haven up towards Boston in the afternoon and evening hours, and these rainfall rates are just going to continue to increase because we have let's see if we can pause this here, move this forward here to the 22nd hour, 23rd hour. Okay, these rainfall rates, obviously this is moving, so you get the picture. So how much precipitation are we looking forward to by this time on Wednesday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning actually, let's say Tuesday night. I noticed the trends are coming down just slightly here over Connecticut, the east end of Long Island, but still nonetheless, we're splitting hairs. 1 to 1.5 inches of liquid equivalent here throughout the forecast area, specifically over central and northern New Jersey out towards the Connecticut River Valley. This is getting to be a joke, actually. Climate Prediction Center changing the forecast. I mean, please. This looks ridiculous. And it's because the models keep variations in the changes because of the strat warming that's going on right now. And, you know, the Climate Prediction Center is having a hard time figuring all this out. In the 6-day period, just yesterday, as we showed in the video this morning, it didn't look anything like this. So now in the 6 to 10 day period, they're calling from Wednesday, let's say from Saturday the 14th of December to Wednesday the 18th, calling for well above normal temperatures here. I mean, and here, colder than normal temperatures here, and then a flip here on the 8 to 14, where everything's sliding back to the south and west, and everything's starting to back retrograde here. I mean, what the heck? This is getting ridiculous. And again, the 6 to 10 day precipitation from Saturday the 14th through Wednesday the 18th. I like the idea of above normal because of the storm tracks that we discussed this morning here, but everything is a mishmash here. Basically, I wouldn't trust any guidance here going forward from, and I know these guys are trying to do the best they can, but this is like hogwash to me. Okay, gonna take a little break. I've been up early doing a lot of stuff, and I'm exhausted actually, and went out shopping too, did a little Christmas stuff, and I'm shot, so I'm going to take a nap. We'll be back this evening. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Robert Smith.